this past weekend, we ended up doing a thing where I had gotten a guy who was out on a radio tour. I got him a booking at a venue here locally, and the venue took care of him and all this stuff. And it's not that big of a deal. You're in the music business. You know how this goes. It's not a big deal.
Of course
But, my God, this guy's jealous as fuck. And I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's okay. I want you to point on the doll where Jiggy harmed you.
Yeah.
I want to know.
That's a good way to put that, bro.
But enough of that. Let's talk about you, my guy.
What's going on, brother?
We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us here via the magic of the old Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney. And fairly recently, we were supposed to do this interview this last week. And apparently Skype decided that it's been the same since 2007. We got to update all the settings. We got to become Zoom.
Okay.
So I go to log in, nothing. And then I find out later, literally the bunny ate the interview. I have a bunny that I let run around here at the house. And I was thinking, oh, he's going to go screw around, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, he went and screwed around. He ate our Ethernet cables. So it was,
that'll do it,
was
man.
quite the deal. So I'm glad that we've got this working out today, my friend. First of all,
yes, sir.
You're joining us here on Skype. That shot behind you, if you're watching us on our website, jiggyjaguar.com, that studio is tremendous. Tell me a little bit about your studio there, my friend. I want to start there.
And real quick, too, are you getting feedback on your end?
I think it's just Skype.
Okay.
I'm not getting any feedback. I've got you loud and clear, and you sound tremendous.
Okay, perfect, man. So all good then. Yeah, so the studio's just been a work in progress, right? Like I've kind of had this idea that I wanted to get some kind of podcast going for a while.
Yes.
And I know that, a huge part of podcasting is like just having a good looking room, right? Having a cool backdrop. And I think these palette walls, which is it's not quite a palette wall, but it's pretty close. They're just so cool looking, and so I was able to kind of treat it acoustically. There's some soundproofing or dampening, offsetting with some of the wooden walls. And then I was able to use, you can see it right above me up here or whatever, you get it.
Yep.
One of the album or single covers, I was able to get that done up on like a cool canvas. And yeah, I mean, this is the studio where I do all the tracking, and it's basically my whole house, man.
It is tremendous.
Thanks, bro.
You've put a lot of time and effort into that, and that
for sure.
That is that looks like you've got some stuff going there. So
yeah.
The panels that you have, the acoustic paneling. Did you buy that and then hang it, or was the because the reason I bring this up is that
I think I know where you're going with this, but
I have a friend who recently decided that he was going to take his spare bedroom in his house and convert it to a podcast studio. So he bought all this paneling, all this acoustic foam, and he hung it. And then the next day he went in, and it was all over the floor. So he had to get the stuff that has it on there already. He hung it. There was no problem.
Yeah. This is how stupid I am, man. So I originally, my house is it was built in 1972, and it's like it's kind of like it doesn't look like it from the outside, but on the interior, it kind of has like an A-frame sort of cabin, like big vaulted ceilings, which for tracking is great.
Yes.
And I used to have my studio upstairs in kind of a large room that was up there. And I just wasn't thinking. I took these pieces of foam and I put some adhesive on the back of them and I put them on the wall, and same exact thing. They all fell down, right? And so I went and got some different adhesive and put them up there. Anyway, I eventually took them down, and when I did, like, none of that shit came off the walls. So all I was doing was tearing like foam sections off. I ended up having to like sand the whole thing down, scrape it, repaint it. So I learned my lesson. Moral of the story is what I do now is I just get the thinnest, like, I don't even know what to call it, a little thicker than cardboard, but you could probably use cardboard.
Yes.
And then I just and then I just adhere it to that, and then, dude, it's just like one nail, and then the whole damn panel goes up. So that's for anyone listening that wants to know. Yeah, don't stick that shit right to the wall. It'll either fall off or it won't come off. So
That's awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
put it on something and then just tack that in.
Well, I always like to know the behind the scenes because like for instance with you are terribly successful with the music and everything that you're doing.
Appreciate it, man.
And I always wonder if the average successful person like you has some of the foibles and some of the issues that everybody else has. So I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, there's a little. You're just slightly a little human.
Yeah, whatever, man. I just try not to broadcast too much of it, dude. I only want to show the good stuff, you know.
We have got a tremendous guest with us today. The band is amazing. You guys have been doing some amazing stuff. Fire Follows. And so tell me a little bit about Fire Follows. Tell me about who's in the band and everything.
Yeah. So the Fire Follows thing started a few years ago. It was just a solo project.
Yeah.
Right? It was just me in here tracking. I play all the instruments, and some of it's programmed and different things like that. But so it got going that way. And then within the first year or two, it became obvious to me real quick that unless there was like a live component to this, the ability to go tour and go do those types of things, that for the most part, there's kind of a ceiling to what you can do, especially in this genre. It's a little bit different.
Oh, very much so.
Maybe acoustic. Yeah. So just started reaching out to people. I've got my drummer, Emily Gould. She's absolutely incredible. It's been cool because like I'll usually lay down like a bass drum piece, just kind of a foundation that's syncopating or whatever with the guitars and everything else. But then I'll be able to bring her in, and she can actually approach it. Unlike me, where I'm just kind of throwing shit at it, she'll put like a really well thought out drum piece behind it, which I think has been a huge value add. Tim Junker, who's a buddy of mine who I've known him since I was like in high school, maybe even before that. But he's kind of been a little bit in and out. He'll come in on some tracks. He actually moved out of state recently, so I'm not quite sure where that's going to go. So as far as tracking, it's really just me and Emily, but I do have two other players that I've made some kind of notes about it on social, but we haven't done like a full announcement or thing yet.
Oh yeah.
But these guys are incredible, and so I've got a rhythm guitarist / he could do rhythm or bass, doesn't matter, and then a lead guitarist. And these guys are absolutely awesome. We've been rehearsing, sounds incredible. So just trying to get like everything in a row to make sure that like we're prepared to take advantage of any opportunities that might present themselves as the world's kind of getting back going here with all this stuff, So that's sort of the lineup as it is right now.
So you guys have been getting a lot of reaction to your music online, whether it's social media, what have you. Tell me about some of the different reaction you guys have been getting so far.
It's really interesting, man, because it's super cool. So we get a lot of people that talk about, I don't quite know how to describe it, like maybe the rawness or something like that, just like a very like a sense of relatability, I think, is what we're getting a lot of feedback from a lot of people. Just either musically it's resonating with people, lyrically it's resonating. And I think there's this appreciation for some of the vulnerability that comes through in a lot of the songs, just sort of saying the thing, as it is or as I see it. And so, yeah, that's been really cool. I mean, we're definitely trying to do something it's still in the genre, it's in the frame, but I want it to be unique and I want it to be different. And so there's always going to be mixed reactions. You never know with the song until you put it out there. You sort of hold your breath and go, I guess, fuck, we'll see. So it's, sorry, can I cuss on this or not?
Oh yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know what our rules are, but
you're good, brother.
I'll try not to.
You're good.
All right.
You're
I'll
good.
try not to, but
so
anyway, yeah, so that's it.
Tell me about your social media. How do people find you, follow you, get involved with what you guys are doing?
It's Instagram and YouTube are the two main ones that we use. Obviously, we're on everything, but if you want to reach out directly, chat with us or whatever, hit us up on one of those. That's where we're at for the most part.
Fantastic. So, Fire Follows with us today. They join us live here on our big program. and just amazing stuff. You guys have put together a really, really cool, I guess, marketing approach to getting your stuff out there. So tell me about where you guys see the band this year. What is some of the plans for you guys?
It's a good question. I mean, it's sort of an always evolving thing. The issue that I always have is I told the guy in the band this a couple weeks ago. I always bite off way more than I can chew, right? Because I'm trying to crank out a new song like right now, basically every 8 weeks, which it doesn't seem like. Well, yeah, it doesn't seem like it should be that hard, but it's like God, it gets so all consuming. And then in addition to the music, I run a logging company too, and I've got employees and machines and all sorts of. So like I'm trying to balance all this stuff. And I guess the answer to that question is I don't really know. I would love it if we could kind of sync up or link up with a group that could help facilitate some of that touring, start kind of getting that ball rolling.
Yeah.
That would be great right now. But I'm just trying to figure out how do I prioritize where's the best bang for our buck right now? You know, is it in releasing music every 2 months? Is it in trying to schedule some small tours? And I honestly don't really know the answer to that. So I'm just kind of day by day at the moment.
So your latest track that we're going to play here in a few moments, Crimson Rose. Tell me a little bit about this, because this is quite the deal here.
Yeah. So it's I love this song so much because I think lyrically it's really powerful. And I started writing this song probably 6-7 years ago, and it's just little pieces have evolved, and it finally kind of came to fruition a few months back or whatever. But it's a piano ballad. I mean, in every sense of the word, it starts that way, very basic, very stripped out. And that's what I really think I naturally write towards anyway, is just really kind of dynamic piano ballads or pieces, and then try to integrate these sort of hard rock or metal elements around them. And Crimson Rose was a really cool opportunity, I think, to do that sort of in full force, where you've got the maximal hard rock sound coming through in the main parts of the chorus. You've got some really intense stuff happening in the verses, and then of course the intro and then the first half of the chorus pieces is just this super mellow, almost spoken sing kind of thing that hopefully really connects with people.
Well, this is tremendous. Before we go to it, tell me about the music video.
Yeah, so Creation Films. I'm in Colorado. He's up in north side of Denver, so he's not too far from me.
You're in Colorado. Where? What part of Colorado are you in?
Basically, like North Colorado Springs.
Huh.
Like if you, I don't know.
I just had an idea.
What's up?
I just had an idea come through my head.
Dude.
I'm actually going to be in the Colorado area.
Nice.
Not next week, but the week of the 14th.
Dude, hit me up, man. We'll link up.
So I would love to do an interview with you guys. You said you're kind of near Colorado Springs?
Yeah, we're on the north side here. Like, if you know where the Air Force Academy is at, it's about 45 minutes south.
I have access to a studio in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
So
you know it, bro. Anytime.
Do you have my email address?
I don't. If you'll shoot it to me after this,
I will give it to you
that.
as soon as we get off the air. I will give it to you,
awesome.
And we will make something
sounds
happen.
Great, man. Yeah,
okay, so finish. Tell us about the music video, then we're going to play the song.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's Creation Films. He's done a lot of our music videos over the last couple of years. Like he's done all of them, I should say. And then this was just I told him, hey man, I need a lyric video that'll resonate with the message in this thing, and gave him pretty basic notes, and he's incredible, and he just cranked that out. And I looked at it one time, and I went, yep, cut it and print it. It's good to go, man. So I just love it, and I think it makes a lot of sense given what this song is.
Well, it is amazing. We are going to do this. We're going to put you on a brief hold here on Skype. We are going to go to this track, and when we come back, we will have more with our guest. And this is an amazing song, and cannot wait for you folks to hear it. It is Fire Follows, and it is here, of course, on the big broadcast. But before we go to the song, how do people buy your guys' music?
If anyone is still buying music, it's anywhere
If
that
anyone is still buying music.
yeah, it's anywhere that you anywhere that you would normally buy it. So iTunes, I guess where does anyone else? Amazon, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just go to all your whatever your retailer of choice is, your online retailer of choice. It'll be there.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to place you on a brief hold. We're going to play the song, and I'll be right back with you. Hold on, my friend.
So,
and here it is. It is Fire Follows, and it is here on the Big Problem.
Don't get too close. If I got you hide from things, I hear there's been a few of those. But it's always been a mystery how what the concrete you've grown. Your friends have never bothered me, 'cause all I see is a crimson rose. Remind me where you came from, remind me where you still. I'm wrestling with tears that I know it's how you kill. I gotta get the time, get the grin of the pain. But only in the mind can you live from the flame. Like poetry in motion, I can see it in your eyes. Don't ever be ashamed of the tears that you cried. Oh no, they'll never get it, oh, they'll never have a clue. Oh, when the dust settled, it was only you. Remind the world, don't get too close. They're there to guide you hard from the thieves. Yeah, there's been a few of those. Well, it's always been a mystery how the concrete you've grown. Your voices are all over me, 'cause all I see is a crimson rose. Remember where you came from, remember who you are. Remember there's a story that's written in your scars. Remember that the world and they're always gonna hate. Who knows it's still a rose and by any other name. Forget about the petals, I can see that they were torn. But looking at you far in the eye of the storm. Well, what's a better rose? This is nothing but a flame. And when the dust settled, only one remained. Remind the world, don't get too close. They're there to guide you hard from the thieves. Yeah, there's been a few of those. Well, it's always been a mystery how the concrete you've grown. Your voices are all over me, 'cause all I see is a crimson rose. To hide beneath your leaves. Remind the world, don't get too close.
That is a hell of a track. We are going to go back live. We are going to go back live to our guest. That was a hell of a deal, my friend. That music video, the whole thing you put together, holy smokes, what a deal.
appreciate that, man.
So, you guys are going to be going out on tour. Is that correct?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, we've got some pieces to put together for sure, but that would be the goal this year. Like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure how to kind of keep growing and evolving unless you're sort of making a mark in that side of this thing too. And so we're trying to figure that out right now.
Well, you guys are amazing. Before we let you go, how do we get in touch with you online, social media, the websites, everything?
Yep, absolutely. Like I was saying, we're on everything, but as far as like the ones that we're on the most, it's going to be Instagram and YouTube. So just shoot us messages there. I would say
Awesome.
if there's one that you're picking, go to Instagram. That's the one that I seem to be fucking around on the most. So.
Fantastic. Well, hold on. I got something I want to discuss with you. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to do more. We have got coming up the woman who almost got Big Will canceled on Twitter. Not the actual woman that almost got him canceled, but a woman who saw a tweet from another woman. It's so entertaining. We will do that when we come back.